Hello everybody. So we are here on the home stretch. My name is April Miller of April Miller Coaching, and I did some other videos prior to this talking about how important fitness and nutrition is, and no matter how, and fitting that into your schedule no matter how busy you are. And I've also did a video on how to prioritize and list everything. And then also I talked about tips and tricks you can use in your everyday life to make sure you get habits to stick. If you have not seen those videos, I encourage you to go to aprilmillercoaching.com and click on the link that says blog, and you will see all of my other blogs that are there. So it's time to get that list out of your priorities. So if you don't have that out, I want you to go ahead and pause this video and take that out and just double check and look and make sure that you have everything listed on there that you do in a typical day. Remember to only star the priority things that you need in your life, like life or death matter, such as sleep and eating. You definitely don't want to skip out on those. So make sure that those are starred. Those are non-negotiables for you. So I have some examples of some templates, and they are listed on my blog with the link below. And so it just kind of gives you an idea. You can use these templates, you can make your own, however you would like to do that, but those are just some ideas. So I have one, it's all listed, the 7 days, and they're broken into 1 hour chunks. There's another template that you can use, and you can color code it too, so that's another example of a kind of a fun way to do that if you're like that. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you right now to go ahead and pause this video and get that template out and ready. So if you need to go create it, I would pause this video and go create it and then come back to the 2-minute mark. Or what you can do is pause this and print it out, and then play this so I can talk to you about your time management schedule. So what you want to do is take your template and you want to take all of your starred items and put them into spaces in your template. So sleep. So what I would do, personally what I do is I go to bed at let's just say 9 o'clock. So at 9 o'clock, I'm going to write the word sleep, and then I usually have an arrow that goes down for that day and then back up on the next day until I wake up at 5 o'clock. So that's one idea to do it. Some people go sleep, 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 sleep on every single box. So whatever works for you. So put in your sleep, put in your when you eat breakfast, lunch, dinner. Make sure to put in there getting ready for bed, how long that takes you, and getting ready for work if you go to work. Make sure that you have your work in there, so whatever that looks like, make sure that's blocked out. And don't forget to add any commuting time back and forth to work. So some of you have longer commuting than others, so if it's, I would say if it's, a half an hour or longer, to block that out, just so that you see that. Now what you want to do is add in any meetings over the next 4 to 6 weeks. So I encourage you to print out the template of 4 to 6 weeks so you can make that a habit. Very bare minimum 4 weeks. I don't want you to rely on the templates for the rest of your life. I just want you to get into that habit of knowing how to organize it and having that visual to help you out. Also, I wanted to say with sleep too, it's however many hours of sleep you need. Not everybody needs 8 hours of sleep like I do. Some people only need 6, and the body wakes up naturally at 6 hours or 7 hours, so block out however long you need. So anyway, so add in any meetings, sports, or clubs that you're involved in over the next 4 to 6 weeks and block those times off. Don't forget commuting time if there's commuting time as well. Also, if there's any recreational activities that your kids participate in and you're responsible for picking them up and dropping them off, you want to block that out too. So now meal prep. So if you look at your template, you're going to have some squares that are blank, okay? You do want some cushion in there, I think, in my opinion. You don't want to fill it up with to-do activities that are going to be a lot of mental energy or physical energy all day long. So you don't want anything like that. But you do want to look at, I encourage you to look at the weekends for meal prep time and find one time to do that meal prep. and you want to find that time that you can commit to 99% of the time. For example, so I always meal prep on Sundays around 3 o'clock. However, last weekend when I got engaged, yay, I slept in and spent time with my fiance before I did anything on Sunday. So it was kind of a, it's reality. It happens every once in a while. So my meal prep, I had enough cushion in my day. I didn't have anything planned on that day, so I pushed it back to 5 o'clock. But you want to find a time that you can commit to for 99% of the time. And also my advice, only do it once a week. Now you want to find, and I would also, with my meal prep, for your first time meal prepping, I would do an hour and a half, 2 hour block. And then as you get better and better, it'll get less and less. Okay. So now you need to find a 30-minute slot to exercise. So really take a look at your schedule. Can you go to bed a little bit early and wake up earlier to do exercise? A lot of people, I know a lot of people aren't morning people. I totally get it. But the morning is a really good way to start your day. You get energized. Your body is burning. I'm sitting here talking to you and it's burning calories. So I really encourage a morning time. Not everybody can do that, and I get that, and everybody has different work schedules. So find a time that works for you, about a 30-minute block. Now, if you're going to the gym, you're going to want to block out your commuting time back and forth. If you have kids, you're taking them with you, you want to block out that time to get them settled in. You want to block out the time to go to the locker room, to shower, to change, whatever you need to do. So my 30-minute block of exercise is going to look different than if I go to the gym. If I go to the gym, it's probably going to be about a 2-hour block. So just take that into account. If you're doing a home program, like what I provide to some of my clients, so a half an hour, it takes like 5 minutes to change. You're at home, you can shower later, whatever you want to do. So it's just a half-hour block. Some of my programs are 45, so I have to watch that and schedule those in as well. So some programs are just half an hour, some are longer than a half an hour. So you want to take into account for that. So now look at your chart. There's still going to be blank spaces. So that's a good thing. Those spots can be reserved for reading to your kids. They could be for relaxing and watching a movie with your significant other. Maybe you're in school and you have homework. That might have been a priority that you listed before. But it's okay to have your entire template filled with things, but make sure it's not too mentally exhausting things to do or physically exhausting things to do. In fact, I kind of get a little bit OCD and even schedule in my reading. My lights went off in my classroom, so so I'll actually block. I've been known to block off time to just read a book just for fun. So what you want to do is take these charts and put them somewhere where you're going to see them every single day. You want to review it daily and see what you have going on for that week. Know that at the first couple of weeks you might have to adjust and fill in and change some things around and you forgot some things, but it gives you an idea of how you can work in that fitness and exercise or fitness and nutrition into your week, even though you're really, really busy. So anyways, I hope this helps and I will see you next time. Embrace the positive. Bye.